What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Panda, and I'm coming at you today about Miss Nika, honey. According to Stank Nika, she done got fired from her job, honey, and we want to get into why. But before we get started on today's video, don't forget to hit the like button, share, and subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment in the comment section. Honey, let's open up this video and get into why this heifer got fired from her job with her little lazy behind. Look at her big forehead. She got more head, head, and forehead. head, and more head. Look at her typing hard. She got a rock head. She should have got her braids like that. I'm
sorry. Y'all close that door.
And the sad part about it is, with the way her braids is, it looked like her edges are already gone, and it looks like the braids, as tight as they are going to finish off. It's just going to finish her off. By the time Nika take these braids out, which she more than likely probably not going to take them out until the middle of September, okay, her hairline is going to be sitting in the middle of her head. It's damn near here already, but okay, let's go ahead.
Fly.
I'm just curious as to what Nika could have done. The job that she had probably didn't pay a whole lot of money in the first place, but it was an easy job because we already know she's not very educated. So it's limited what type of work she could do.
You trying to get out
as far as education wise, because she probably doesn't have any vocational training, which I really feel like she should go back to school. Because I feel like the state of South Carolina, I think that's where she stays at, will probably give her a stipend. And I think she would be in a better position because I think that they would pay for her to go to school to earn a trade. Maybe I couldn't see her as no CNA. I'm trying to figure out like what type of trade could I see Nika doing? I don't know. She just, I really couldn't see her. She's too lazy to be a CNA. Even though they make pretty good money, depending upon what state you're in. I know the state that I live in, I know they make $20 an hour. I think if you have more experience, I think you can get up to $25 to $26 an hour, but you got to have like a certain amount of years of experience, certain certifications or whatever. I couldn't see her doing that. I couldn't really see her doing dental assistant. Look at Nika mouth. Could y'all really see her as being a dental assistant? I would run from her if I went to the dental office and she came up as the dental assistant to walk me back to I would run. She looked like she smelled funky. I couldn't see her sitting at nobody's front desk. Maybe we got to scrap the food thing. I think she might be good at maybe working at one of those fast food restaurants, maybe through the drive-through. I think she has the personality for that because she's pretty talkative. She likes to eat. She'll be working around food, so she get to sneak and eat all the chicken nuggets and French fries that she wants. I can see her doing something like
that. Outside of bed so you know how. Have a seat. Nobody told y'all to tear up the 7 TV that y'all had. I don't want to hear nothing.
Now she's going to take her attitude out on the kids, talking so they tore up the 7 TVs. What 7 TVs? She ain't had no damn 7 TVs. Come on, Nika.
From nobody.
Now she mad at the kids, barking at the kids.
It ain't your fault. It's Si's fault. She shouldn't have pulled it off the darn stand.
Now you really gonna sit there and blame a baby? You gonna blame a whole baby? That baby can't be no more than 3 or 4 years old. First of all, how is it Si's fault? And she is a baby. You are an adult in the situation. I'm quite sure Naya is there. You got all those big children around. You mean to tell me nobody couldn't stop Si from standing on whatever stand that she stood on to pull the TV down? Nobody's watching her. So how is that her fault? I would have to blame the adults in the house. And that includes Naya too. Because she's an enabler. She enables her mother to mistreat those children and she doesn't say anything.
Whole TV stand in the room. How did the baby knock the TV down?
You gonna blame a
That's
baby.
the 7th TV, and I'm not buying no more.
Yes,
I'm done with buying TVs in this house.
You want to know why?
I'm saying.
You want to know why I said that she's a lie? Because them kids is going to start getting on her nerves. It's the summertime. They ain't got nothing else to do. She don't want to get them no legit tablet or, no legit device. She don't take them anymore. So they have to have a television or something to keep them occupied. from getting on her nerves. So that's a lie. She probably gonna go down to a pawn shop and go get her a little TV or something. And what happened to her YouTube? She's not monetized on YouTube anymore. Because when she was monetized on YouTube, you couldn't tell Nika nothing, honey. She was in the car. She was going to Zaxby's. She was going to Bojangles. She was going to Popeyes. She was going to get the little I remember her and I used to go to the Chinese restaurant. I never even seen Chinese food like that before. Where you would get the chicken wings with the fried rice with the big old egg all across the top of it. Like they used to be getting they eat straight on. They don't be doing that much. Well, yes, they do.
Have a seat. Nobody told y'all to tear up the 7 TV that y'all had.
Yeah,
I don't
whatever.
hear nothing right now. And tearing up everything in this house doesn't make no sense at all. Y'all know how to cherish things that y'all have. You got kids out here who don't have nothing.
Nika doesn't have any structure in her household. She doesn't have any structure. There are no rules. There is no structure in her house. Those kids probably go to bed whenever they want to. She doesn't allow them to eat. I will be upset too. My thing is, why can't you buy a certain set of snacks? At least go to the grocery store or go to Costco or one of those wholesale warehouses and get her membership because she has a big family. Instead of buying, she wants to take the food and take the food stamps because you know you can buy hot food with food stamps. So I believe that she's taking those kids' food stamps that the state gives to her to buy the kids food and buy a little bit of food here and there, and then her and Naya goes to those fast food restaurants using those foods, that EBT card. That's what I think she be doing. That's what she be getting some of the money for. And I think she sells some of those food stamps too.
And y'all can have anything y'all want in this world, but y'all choose to tell everything. And it doesn't make any sense. And
they can have anything they want in this world, but yet she don't even buy them food really. Every time she goes out to eat, she goes out to a variety of different restaurants. So her palate and her taste buds get to sample and taste all kinds of different food. And the only thing, what do the kids get? They get 1 box of cheese pizza, 1 box of pepperoni pizza, and a double slice. So technically they only getting 1 slice of pizza a piece. She don't get them now. Little Caesars be having like the good desserts. They got like the little brownies. They have like the little breadsticks with the marinara sauce. They got the cheese sticks. They got all kinds of little different sides and things that she get, especially the chicken wings, child. Now, honey, me and my kids like the garlic Parmesan wings from Little Caesars. Little Caesars make me mad because I used to like the lemon pepper wings too, but I don't think that they make those anymore. But the garlic Parmesan wings, child, if y'all haven't tried those, you have to try those. Those are so good. She doesn't even buy those for them. She don't even get them no boneless wings. She just get them 1 box of pizza or 2 boxes of pizza, and that's it. She don't even ask them what they want. And if she does take the McDonald's, she only gets a big tray of French fries, which I never even knew that you can get a tray of French fries. I learned that from her because I've never got a tray of French fries. When I go to McDonald's or go to a restaurant, my kids get their own individual fry and they get their own individual meal. And then she orders like 2 10-piece nuggets and they have to chicken nuggets, the 20 pieces, and they have to split that and they get like 4 or 5 nuggets a piece and they have to share 1 tray of French fries and 1 big drink. Child, please, you cannot make this up, honey.
Tired of going through the same thing with y'all with breaking stuff.
So what are you going to do about it?
Life.
You ain't gonna do nothing.
Tore our ass up the first time we did it.
No, they didn't. You can't even cook.
Sorry, to watch your mouth. Switch accounts.
And what if she don't watch her mouth? What you gonna do about it? Nothing.
Get your foot up that couch, Kai. You been outside, right? Now put your foot in that couch.
How do you put your foot inside of a couch? I'm wondering about that. It doesn't have a hole in it. But anyway, I want to get to how she got fired.
And one person, I'm not gonna mention the name on the live, told me this. They said you're gonna come across how nasty she can get. And I said, well, I ain't never come across nasty. And he said, you're gonna see how nasty she get. And I'm telling you, she get nasty.
She must be talking about the lady who fired her. I had to put my foot
down on her too. And when he told me that, when I seen him today, I told him, I said, man, exactly what you said is what she did to me, what she did to you. And I said, you're gonna be here 4 years now. Because I told you how nasty she can get. And how she don't remember nothing. And see, somebody already told me that. But see, due to respect, I don't care how old you are or how elderly you may be. My grandma always tell me to respect my elders. And that's one thing that I always try to do as being Shanika Grant. No matter how old you are. And I see in my comment section, y'all was saying, well, if that was me, blah, 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 you're going to respect me, which is true. Because I was talking so calm, but at the time I couldn't pull no camera out. I had my stuff in my hand to come into work and work today. And to you to scratch me off the schedule without telling me nothing but leave notes down any other time is messing up my money. And that's what I hate when I'm.
It sounds to me like that lady trying to fire her. Like she don't really like you for some reason. Anytime they take your name off the schedule and like don't tell you for no reason at all, don't even call you at the house, don't send you a text message, don't give you no type of heads up. Obviously, it's something that happened that led up to that for a job that just doesn't take somebody off of the schedule or start moving weird like that for no apparent reason. Obviously, it was a lead up. Something happened, whether Nika was coming in late, whether she wasn't really doing what she was supposed to do, maybe she was leaving early. Something happened. We all know Nika is sneaky and she is lazy as HE double hockey sticks, honey. So something happened.
Trying to do what I need to do to feed my children.
Here's the bull crap. Now we all know right now she's trying to make it about the kids because I feel like she low key is dry begging a little bit. That's why she came on live. I feel like live for her, Jasmine and Olivia and Strong Mommy Chrissy is a begathon fest. Now she's using this and as a means to beg people's money up. First of all, there's tariffs. There are different things that's going on. We got to hold on to our little bit of coin, honey. We got bills and things and kids and stuff and too now. And you got to understand that Strong Mommy Chrissy, Jasmine, Olivia, and Nika and them, they when we down bad, they ain't sending us nothing. So you gotta use discretion if y'all choose that y'all want to send us something because it probably they might have a habit that we don't know about, or they might be sitting if they're using it for themselves instead of putting it towards the kids. Be careful.
Or pay my bills. And that right there can make me. Like I said, I ain't fired or nothing. No, I ain't fired or nothing because she had no reason to fire. She had no reason to fire me. And I had an incident where the first time I started working there, when I got hired, I told them about situation with my children. My kids come first. I said, okay, when I get hired here, I'll let you know I got my kids. You know, some days I might not be able to come in, whatever. But whatever time you set me, I need hours around the time my kids are in school. So my hours are set when my kids go back to school is already set. And weekends are like every other weekend. It's not every weekend. So it's like weekends can be to where anybody can work those shifts. But if you got me on the schedule for that day to be there and I get up at 6:30 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning to do what I need to do to get there and I'm there on time and you telling me to get out and yelling at me like I'm a piece of shit drove me crazy. Yeah. Because I'm in my mind literally like, Lord, I don't want to say that to the.
Now, first of all, I don't think the lady had, and I don't like Nika, but I don't think that the lady had a right to yell at her and talk to her like she's a piece of sugar honey iced tea, even though we all know in some instances she kind of is. But my thing is, if you as an employee have to watch your tone, have to watch what you say, regardless of how we may feel about Nika, I laugh and joke and everything, that woman had no right to speak to her like that. There's a better way that she could have went about that. Because my thing is, you have to give respect to give it. Nika is grown and she could have handled the situation a little bit more professionally. I feel like she has no right to talk to her like that.
I keep saying to this lady, what are you talking about? You didn't look at the schedule? You didn't look at the schedule? Like, what are you talking about? Like, boy, I'll tell you, these managers nowadays, these managers ain't got no respect at all. And honestly, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm going to look for another job, and they're going to miss out on a good employee. And like I said, I went over her head and went to talk to the boss, and the boss talked to her, and she's still saying, whatever she says goes. It's not like that. Because if there's a lawsuit on somebody's hand or some stuff going on in a job, they're going to go to the head boss first. Even though she's over everybody, it doesn't matter who she's over. You're going to respect me as being your employee, and you're going to respect boundaries, because I don't sit there and I never cuss this lady or nothing. If she's 70, she need to retire probably and just relax.
She's 70 and still working at a laundromat? Yeah, that's probably why. She probably going through menopause. That woman probably in pain. And she probably going through things that ain't even got nothing to do with Nika. She just old and mad because she old and still got to work. That's probably why too.
A little bit. Because the way she's treating her employees, she's going to make everybody leave that job. And they're not going to have nobody to work there. And I never, out of all the months I've been working there, almost 10 months working there, never came across this woman being disrespectful to me at all. You have life situation that comes up in life. Your car may put you down. You might not have a babysitter. You might not have a way to get to work. Something can happen, death or anything. These jobs do not care about you. They only care about you working for them, and that's it. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about what you got going on in your life. They just want you to work their jobs, and it's not fair for me when I come into a job at 6:46 in the morning to work my job for 9 hours to bring home food in this house for my children, and I couldn't even do that today. So I had to come in the kitchen and slave on the stove to make a hot meal to feed my kids. When the money I was supposed to make today was supposed to go to my children. I don't like when nobody take money from me. I don't like when nobody take food out of my kids' mouth. And I told my kids today I have a little attitude. Let me calm down. Let me breathe. It's nothing to do with y'all, and let me handle the situation, and let me handle it the correct way. If she does not have me on that schedule next week, it's gonna be a problem.
What you gonna do, Nika?
Because she's threatening me. Oh, if you don't get out, then I'm gonna take you off schedule for next week. I'm asking this lady. I'm looking at her in her eyes. I'm saying, for what are you gonna take me off the schedule for when you can't remember anything? You wrote it on a note and told me to be here at 7 o'clock. If I'm late, call you. I was not late. I was there on time. 6:46. I was there. You cannot clock in early. They will not allow you to clock in early. Well, she won't allow you to clock in early. I went inside. I had my speaker in my hand, this one. My water bottles, because it's hot in there. So they gotta get the air right in there. It's hot in there. And anybody who goes to that laundromat knows it's hot and they gotta wash their clothes. I'm in there slaving like a dog. I'm doing drop-offs. I'm taking care of the customers. I'm handling the threats that's coming to me. I'm dealing with everything on my plate in that laundromat with these people every day. Not one time I have ever come into that job and had a thank you for the things that I have done in that place.
Listen, let me tell you something. When you go to a job, you're not getting no thank you from them. They don't care nothing about you, like you said. It's all you do your work and go home. You are there to make money, and that's it. They're not going to appreciate you. I've never worked at a job where I felt appreciated. And once I knew what it was, I go there, get my money, and go home, and that's it. When a job tell you, oh, we're a family, side eye them. If a job tells you this and that, or you need to tell them, something happens when somebody passes away in your family and they're acting funny about giving you time off, and they're telling you on one hand that you're a family, but they won't respect your real biological family, they're full of it. They are full of it. Get your money, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Don't look for a thank you. Don't look for nothing. Don't look for praise, nothing. It's transactional. It's a transactional relationship. You provide a service to them, they pay you for it, and that is it. Don't do too much talking. Don't tell them none of your business, and you keep it pushing. That's all. And that's any job you work at, whether it's corporate level or the bottom of the barrel. I don't care. All rules apply the same. Play with these jobs. They don't care about nobody, and you don't care about them neither. Keep it moving.
You have never got a complaint from me or anything. From
They
no
don't
customers,
care.
but you want to come after me like I'm a piece of shit?
They don't care.
Like I'm your child? Or I'm some damn animal in the streets? That messed up my whole entire day. My whole entire day was ruined because of that one incident this morning. And I'm trying to talk to this lady. And now I see what the employee's talking about that works there. She has no respect for nobody. No matter how old you are, you should not disrespect other people. And I got the proof. I got the notes. I got the proof she scratched me off the schedule. She never put a note on the desk to say, okay, Nika, do not come in tomorrow because I already got somebody. You're going to put another employee in my spot for me to work today for 9 hours to make money. Took hours away from me off my paycheck. Off my paycheck. And I'm supposed to be quiet about it, and I'm not supposed to go worldwide the net with it. I'm going to go worldwide on the net with it because I don't like that. I do not like it. And if I find another job, I will definitely will leave. And I won't look back. They're going to miss out on me because I told the old man, I'm talking about, that's his wife. That ain't his wife. And I told him, I said, you the reason why I'm here because you asked me to come work here, whatever. I came here and work here because you kept asking me to work here. So I'm working here. I've been here almost 11 months, almost to a year at this one job. I never had no problems the way I had a problem today. And she showed her true colors like the person told me. I said, I never came across her being mean to me. Today was one of those days. And I want my apology. And I told us I'm meeting with the head boss and I'm meeting with his wife. And I'm going to meet with you. And we're going to sit down and we're going to have a talk. And you're going to apologize to me. If I can't get that apology where it's due because you disrespecting me like that, then I'm done. Don't look for Shanika Grant because I'm not going to be there.
I don't think they really care, first of all. And second of all, it's the type of thing where you're replaceable. You know, I'm not trying to be mean, but that's how jobs think. It's not coming from me personally, because I feel like everybody has value. And maybe I dislike Shanika for different reasons, because it's not personal in a sense. It's just the fact that I just don't like how she treats her kids. I don't feel like it's fair. I don't feel like she gives them she doesn't give them what they need as far as structure, as far as food, as far as getting them the help that they need, because I feel like some of her children may require like maybe an IEP in school. A lot of them have stayed back. I don't feel like she's giving them what they need, and if she can't mentally give them what they need, then she needs to set them up with a 504 plan or IEP plan in school so that they can have a future. They don't have to go through the things that she goes through on jobs, that they can go to a vocational school, or maybe they can go to college and they can secure a better job with, you know, higher pay and make 6 and 7 figures. You know, she's setting them up for failure. That's my only beef. She needs to go back to school and get some education for herself as well, I feel like. But, you know, she's not going to listen. She likes to live off of the system.
You got people that come in there every day with something going on inside of their mind, that wash their clothes in that laundromat, that comes directly to me, to the office, and talks to me about their life and their situation and things they're going through in their life. And they look for me when I'm not there. Where were you for a week? We didn't see you. We missed the music. We missed the vibes. We missed everything. People come to me and tell me when I came back on Tuesday, where you been at? We looked for you. The other guy, he buys me lunch. Oh, I had your lunch for you on Tuesday. You wasn't there. You messing up everything for me, just because you can't remember anything. And they're gonna lie and say she didn't leave a note on the door, on the desk, when everybody say they see the note on the desk saying that I'm supposed to be there today. But you go and hire somebody else and train this woman today.
The way they moving, to me, I think that Shanika see the handwriting on the wall. The way that they moving, to me, she said that she didn't get fired yet, but it's jobs are sneaky. The way it sounds, I'm listening to what she's saying, and I hope that y'all listening closely to what you're saying. It sounds to me like they're preparing to fire her, to me, because they took her off the schedule. They removed her. They took money from her pocket. They brought somebody else in. They trained them. So once they get to the point where they start to train somebody and they're taking you off the schedule and they starting to make funny moves, she's doing the right thing by looking for another job. And that's her job from here on out until she can get something else. I hate to say this, and some people might get mad at me for saying this, but I'm going to say it. Let them fire you. And the reason why I'm saying that, and don't quit. I mean, if you can't take it, that's fine, Shanika, but let them fire you so you can draw unemployment for a while. So that way you can take your time. It's going to cut into some of your money. You're not going to get full pay. That's the only thing about unemployment, but it's something. At least she's not quitting, walking away with absolutely nothing. The only way she'll have an issue with unemployment is if her employer, which I doubt they will, I doubt it, unless the employer tries to challenge her unemployment, which my last employer did, and I was able to overturn it. Do not be afraid. Do not, I repeat, do not, and I'm not just talking to Shanika, I'm talking to any of you who is having a problem on your job. Do not be afraid to fight for what is yours. Do not be afraid to stand up, and if they appeal it, you document. Once you start to see that, you listening to me, y'all need to write this down. When you see your job moving funny, you get you a journal and you start to document names, dates, what took place, everything. So you have something to fight with, just in case you have your ammunition, just in case it goes into litigation and you have to get yourself an attorney and you might have to sue. Don't be afraid to fight. Human resources is not your friend. Human resources is on the side of the supervisor and the people the administrators that work there. They are not your friend. So do not depend on them. You fight for yourself. You get that in employee handbook, and whatever violation they violated, you write that down. And you take that to an attorney and you fight. If they try to appeal or fight you on unemployment, they're going to appeal it. They're going to have somebody to call you. You stand up and you tell them everything that happened. Everything that happened. My last job did that to me. My boss, she didn't like me for whatever reason. And that's fine. She stood there and she lied to those people. And I hope she hear this video, and I don't care because she ain't going to do nothing. I wish she would. I don't work for them anymore. But she tried to lie to the lady at the unemployment place. And I told them specifically what happened because I wrote everything down. I had dates. Everything was organized by times. Everything that happened. She said, "You want to know what? The lady from unemployment that was handling the appeal. I had to fight the state for my money. She said, your story makes more sense than theirs. Every time I talk to them, their story changes. Your story," this woman called me about 3 or 4 times, 3 or 4 different times on different days. My story never changed. She said, everything that you're saying, none of the stuff that they're saying is lining up with what you're saying. And she would compare what I was telling her to what they were saying that happened, it just wasn't making sense. But my story made more sense than theirs. She said, "You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to overturn your unemployment today. You getting a check by the end of this week." Because the lady that I used to work for thought that because she ran that company, that she just ran the entire world. And it doesn't work that way. And she thought that what she said goes. And the state didn't see it like that. The state was above her and God was above her. And they gave me my just due because they didn't like what happened and God didn't like what happened. So Shanika, you go and look for you another job. They moving funny, even though I know you're going to take your money that you're getting and go spend it on food. I don't like to see people get done dirty and dogged out on jobs. I don't exactly know what Shanika did, but the handwriting is on the wall. You're doing the right thing by looking for another job. That's a start. That's a start.
Train this woman today.
Yeah, they're getting ready to fire her.
That's all I got to say. I better be on that schedule. I better be on that schedule on my days that I'm supposed to work. Because you don't remember anything.
No, it's not that she don't remember anything. She doesn't like you. And she brought that lady in to train her to replace you. Simple as that.
I'm scared. I'm telling you.
She doesn't like you.
It's going to be some flip trip going in that laundromat. And I'm going to put my camera on. I'm going to record every inch of it. Because I couldn't record this morning how she disrespected me in my face.
I believe her.
Looking in her eyes like, okay, you don't.
I believe her. I believe the woman did disrespect her. I believe she did. Because we all know how Shanika is as far as her emotional. You could tell by how emotional she is that the lady had disrespected her some kind of way. And one thing, no disrespect to anybody that is listening to me who is older. I respect my older people. However, but some people, just let me be crystal clear. I'm not speaking about anybody in particular, but some older people have a tendency to speak to people and talk down to them. And they feel like because they lived on this earth a lot longer and have a little bit more experience and they're older than someone that's younger, that you're supposed to just respect them regardless, right or wrong. And I don't think that that's fair. I feel like respect is both ways, regardless of age.
Recalling you called me on Monday telling me to come in, everything fine, I got you back on the schedule, whatever, blah, 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 understand the situation, which you got kids and everything. Now don't remember nothing. I didn't talk to you.
No, somebody's lying. Something happened where she probably was supposed to come to work and she might have not came to work or came to work late or switched her hours around on her own without permission. And she used the kids saying that something happened with the kids as an excuse. And she probably did it more than one time. And they probably just sick of her.
What she tell the head boss? I didn't. So how I get on the schedule then? Tell me how I got on the schedule. If you didn't put me on the schedule. If you didn't talk to me, is a difference. People just so weird in this world.
No, it's not the fact that they're weird. You have to cover your behind. The bottom line is this: now that you see how they, even if they put you back on that schedule from now on, take pictures of that schedule, because bosses have a way of putting the schedule up. Then they'll get mad and start moving funny, and then take your schedule off, take your name off the schedule. That's what she did to me. And then when they put it back up, your name is not up there. So she has to take pictures of it. So that those pictures are proof because it's a date. It has the time and it has the picture of the schedule on there. They have a right to change it, but they can't lie and say that her name was never up there. That's the game that they're trying to play. So she has to start taking pictures and documenting from here on out.
I just don't understand. That had to been somebody else in the situation I was in right now today. This lady probably would have been in a whole nother dimension for real. Like, God dang, sometimes you got to respect your employees. Man, you got to appreciate the things that your employees are doing. It's showing appreciation at least.
Girl, if you're looking for appreciation,
Shit, I
girl, you
almost got
crazy.
robbed one time from this one fucking place, and I still stay there. My life could have been gone, and they wouldn't care. Nobody gave a damn. Nobody cared. They came the next day and say, "Oh, are you okay?" Am I okay? I could have been dead. Anything could have happened. Nobody came to my damn rescue when I almost got robbed at this job the first time I was there. I was going to quit the first time. I didn't quit. I stayed. Because I know I needed the money to feed my family, my children, and my bills need to be paid.
Well, we don't know about you feeding the kids. I mean,
I'm not understanding nothing in this world no more.
maybe
Nothing is never
bills,
fair in this world to anybody. They want you to work for a damn dollar. And you can't get the audacity and the decency to tell me, thank you.
You're not gonna get no thank you from them. Just charge it to the game. It's transactional. You do a job, you get paid. That's it. Just be in and out. You don't have no friends on no job. None of that. It's just a transaction. That's it. That's all.
Crazy people in the world. They need to just my whole day was messed up.
She should just start looking for a job at some type of fast food restaurant. She loves to eat. I don't understand why she just doesn't apply to Dollar Tree. Maybe not necessarily on the cash register, because child, I don't trust Nika with no money. I'm just keeping it real with you. I don't trust Nika with no money. I said it. I could maybe on the floor, maybe stocking the shelves. I could see her doing something like that. And if she stayed there long enough, then they could probably promote her to like maybe a manager or assistant manager or something like that. I could see her doing maybe not necessarily the manager because the hours might be a little demanding, but maybe a floor supervisor or a shift manager or something like that, where she comes in and she works the shift and people got to answer to her or whatever. But then she still got to, I don't know if she still handle the money. I don't know. I just don't trust her around money. But she should try to go and get a job at the Family Dollar, the Dollar Tree, and one of those fast food restaurants that she's always spending her food stamps at. So at least she can make some of her money back.
I prayed about it. I got my Bible out, and Lord, I drove down that road, Lord, and I prayed to the Father above, and I asked him, Lord, please guide me. Because when the devil comes, he comes in all shape, forms, and sizes, and I'm telling you, as strong as I am and everything I deal with today, and how strong I am, every inch in my body wanted to blast this lady head off. Like, just literally curse her out and say all kind of things, but I passed that out of my way. And I walked out of my way to go to my car and put my stuff down.
That's another thing that I don't like. I feel like as an employee, you have to go into a job and you have to put up with a lot. You got to put up with phony coworkers. I don't know how many people works at the laundromat that she works at. It seems like a lot of times to me, it looks like she would be there by herself because she looks like she's wiping the machines down, washing people's clothes and folding them. And then, maybe assisting customers with change and different things of that nature. So you only probably need like one person. I don't think it's really that busy where you need a whole bunch of employees. So maybe she didn't have the employee drama, but as far as the way that employers talk to their employees is despicable to me. The way that they feel like they can curse at you, they can be nasty to you, but you have to respect them. You have to watch what you say to them, but they can speak to you however they want to, and it's no exception, because it's Shanika. I mean, because I'm quite sure at least all of us have a story, where one of our employers has put us on blast or made us feel uncomfortable or talked to us poorly. I'm sure we've all gone through it. I've gone through it many times.
And called the head boss and talked to her, and she told me to hand this lady the phone. I handed her the phone. She's yelling in the phone, screaming everything at this head boss of the lady. You can't give her a reason why you lie, or you can't get it together. She can't even hear. She got hearing aids in. So I mean, like most of I was talking to, she probably ain't understand nothing I was saying.
Wow.
All I want is respect. Is where it's due, and I better be on that schedule. That's all I know. That's all I know. Because being up in a hot ass laundromat all day doing drop offs, we can't get tips unless the person comes in and give you a tip. This guy, he'll come in, he'll ask me to help him with his laundry or whatever while he's drying and washing his clothes, and he'll leave the clothes there and he'll ask me to fold and dry them. He'll give me some money like that in my pocket.
Okay. So what's the
problem?
When
a person is a single mother like me, go back that way, and out here trying to show real life, they get dragged because you're showing the real. And then when you come out in the opening with something like this,
that's not why you get dragged. You get dragged because you treat yourself better than you treat your children. You feed yourself better than you feed your children. You prioritize yourself more than you prioritize your children. That's why you get dragged. That's why.
This is my job. This is what I love to do. I love being around people. I love doing what I do. Sometimes I may get aggravated and don't want to go to work. I still go to work. That one time, y'all, let me tell y'all, that same truck outside I got right now, I got up early that morning to go to work that Saturday. I was up the same time I was up now.
I'm sorry, I don't mean no harm, but her forehead, man, it's shiny and she is big and she need to put a headband on. I ain't trying to even be funny. I don't think she should have got them braids, this hairstyle is not, it's not cute on her. Like, it just makes it look really Cleon-ish, like Star Trek. I think the Star Trek or Star Wars, one of those, whatever the Cleon is, that's what she looked like to me.
I go to my car to crank my car. My car wouldn't crank. I was so antsy. I called a lady. I called her on the phone. I said, I can't come to work right now. I'll be there as soon as I figure out what's going on with my car. So I called my kid's daddy. He came right away. He looked at the car. He said, it's the starter. The starter is gone. So I called her back. Let me tell you how rude she was. I called her back. I said, okay, the starter is going on my car. I gotta walk. Me and my boyfriend and Papa has to walk to the AutoZone to get the starter. And then once I walk and get that, I'll get a lift back to the job because I want to make sure he fixes my car while I'm at work. She hung the phone up in my face. She hung the phone up in my face. And I felt cold when she done that. I said, I know this lady did not just hung the phone in my face when I just told her my starter is gone in my vehicle and I can't get there until I get somebody to get here to fix it. And then I'm going to get dropped off at work to make sure my vehicle is getting fixed. This is not the first cup of tea I had with this lady. She hung the phone in my face. So when I was done, I took a lift to work. I got there. She had an attitude, but she still let me work. I said, there go the lift right there. He just dropped me off. She said, oh, okay. Not understanding my situation, asking me how everything went or nothing. Just brushed it all off like I was a piece of shit. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to let that go. The second time, I had a flat tire. In my parking lot, I had a flat tire. I said, okay, I got to get somebody to get my car, get my tire fixed. The guy over here, he blew my tire up. I called on the phone. I said, I got a flat tire. Won't be there till a little late. I went to the place, got the tire fixed at Master Tire or whatever. Boom. Got the tire put on. Call her. I said, I'm on my way. When I got there, I had to argue with her. Well, you this and that and third. I said, ma'am, listen, life situation happens. My tire was flat. I had to get my tire fixed so I can get here. I'm here now. Do you want me to work or you want me to leave? She said, no, you can come on in to work, blah, 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 blah. That's what you got to do. And she left. Second cup of tea. Last year. Not this year. Not this year right here. This year, the two stuff I just told y'all what happened this year. Last year when I first started, I had an incident to where we had some drop-offs come in and she mixed up the sheets or whatever. However she do that, she do it. She came in, started fussing about it a little bit and said, okay, I'll let it slide this time, blah, blah, blah. Because she couldn't remember what she did with the paperwork. That was last year.
Well, if she's so old that she's getting forgetful, then she don't need to be working there. That's what it sounds like to me.
Another incident happened like that recently. I did a drop off. The people that were in there must be took the money and lied on me. You got the sheets, you got the invoice. You know what day I work. It's right there. I put the money in the envelope. The money is in the drawer. So
I don't really know about that now. I don't trust Nika where I know money now. I don't know about that.
Got the money. She just saying that she didn't see the money because somebody removed the money. Whoever go on shift after you is responsible after you. And I told the person that came in right after me, here's the drop off, here's the slip. They haven't paid me the money yet. Take the white slip, give it to them, put the yellow slip in the drawer, put the money in it. And I told the person that was on there, and I told her, the person that came in after me, I already know who he was. I didn't say his name on the live. I'm just telling you. She doesn't remember anything, but wants to get on you about something that dang on you sitting there looking at this lady, you talking to her, and she's like,
Yeah,
I ain't dealing with you for no job no more. She don't got me on that schedule. I'm on that schedule. I promise you, I'm not gonna be here. I'm leaving. I'm not dealing with. I got zero tolerance, but I'm not dealing with none of that mess. I refuse. You not gonna disrespect me like that. Sorry, but not sorry. I was hurt this morning. And God still bring a blessing in. God still brought a blessing into my life today. Had no gas in the car.
Why though?
Had barely much sleep. Had a lot going on.
I'm not understanding why she don't have any gas. You work, you get money from the state, so why don't you have gas in your car? That's confusing to me. What she has to understand is, on the flip side of the coin, jobs don't care anything about what you have going on. It's your job to get there. It's your job to make sure your car has gas in there. They don't care whether you got a flat tire. They don't care. They don't care about those type of things. I don't know why they don't care. They just don't. They just really don't. And then after a while, if they already have an issue with you, then they're already showing you that they're preparing to replace you with somebody. So you have to be prepared to replace them too. Whether you have to post more on YouTube or on the other social media sites, or just find yourself another job. But it's time for you to start making some moves, because they already making moves. And I don't believe in, and some people might feel some type of way towards me, I don't believe in giving jobs notice. For what? Because when they're getting ready to fire you, they don't give you notice. They'll call you in one day and just tell you, today's your last day. But you're supposed to give them 2 weeks notice so that they can scramble and prepare and find somebody to replace you. Oh, no, honey, that's not how that works.
And God still brought a blessing into this home today. And I thank God for it. Because regardless of what the devil's trying to do, there's a bigger person in him. And I will not allow him to come into my home or in my life and tear my house down. I'm going to continue on praying. I'm going to continue on asking the Father above to watch and guard on me and my mother beautiful children. Because this world is so cruel and so evil. You don't know what's going to happen next. You never know what's going to happen next. Oh, boy. Stress to kill. Took 9 hours away from me today. Money I could have had in my pockets coming up this week.
It's crazy.
4th of July coming. I got plans. You done took 9 hours away. Where I would have had my 25 hours for the week, 4th of July, money, kids want fireworks. We're going to the fireworks stand. I'm going to make it happen regardless of what they may say or think. I'm going to make it happen.
Wait a
for
minute.
my kids to have their
Wait. You trying to get fireworks after what happened when you was living in a trailer? And they almost burnt the trailer down and burnt the grass and everything? Girl, you must be out your mind. You better not get them kids no fireworks. You're going to get put out of this place too. Girl, you crazy. You better take them to go see. They ain't got no fireworks show in something. Crazy.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to make it happen. I always do make it happen. That's why I say I got a worldwide internet of true supporters that are supporting me through my journey here on all my platforms. And no matter what I may go through in my life or how I may go through things in my life, there's a real true support system here, the internet. And I lean to the internet most of the time to vent out and talk to people and let them know, like, I'm Shanika Grant, aka Miss Nika. The things I go through in my life, sometimes I don't talk about. But the things that I do go through in my life and I talk about, I'll be judged by it. But at the same time, somebody else done been on a job, been through the same thing I've been through. And literally, some people are crazy. Sometimes you can't talk to people certain kind of ways. People come back to a job and do all kind of crazy stuff. My mind was in the right state of mind at 6:46 a.m. this morning. Get out. Yelling at me. Get out.
Oh, wow.
Yelling at me. I hate when somebody yell at me. Oh, it's heavier when you put it down, though. But anyways, I'm going to get off this live. I'm heading over to TikTok, play some music for everybody, and I'm going to go ahead and talk with them too as well. I can't play music on here because it's going to be a copyright claim, you already know. Thank y'all for watching the live.
So I have 3 questions for you. So after listening to Nika's story in its entirety, do you think that Nika's boss was wrong for the way that she handled Nika? And and when I say the way she handled her, I mean the way that she spoke to her. Do you think that the second question is, do you think that Nika's boss is preparing to fire her? That's why she took her off of the schedule and hired a new lady and began training the lady. And the third question is, do you think that Nika should go back to the laundromat until she finds another job, or should she just quit and look for another job? Me personally, my answer to the last question is, I think that she should go back if her name is on the schedule, because pride doesn't pay bills. She still have kids to take care of. And in the process of that, don't be stupid about it. Go back, keep your mouth shut, get your money, and come home, still continue to do her social media thing, the YouTube and her other social media platforms, so she can get a little bit of money on there and get her money from the state while she's looking for another job. So even if they do decide that they want to fire her, at least she still has those cushions and her unemployment to cover her until she can find something else. But I want to know what your opinion is. That's my opinion. So thank you for listening. I love you all and be blessed. And please leave a comment in the comment section. Until next time.